G'day Spurs fans, I've left the light on. Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. The light's annoying me. Hang on, I've got the technology to do it without getting off my backside. There we go. Smart technology. Love the word smart, it always means pain in the ass. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all riding high still on the vapours of beating Bournemouth, the Cherries, the other day. Let me just see. I was making a change. The music ended a little bit sooner than I expected, hence the little gap there, as you might have gathered. Let's just stick that one on. There we go. That'll do. How you all going? How you all going? Now it's going to be a it's going to be a call in. I don't know if anyone wants to come on, you know, and say hello and talk Spurs or whatever you want to talk about. You know. Actually, you know what? I haven't looked at the overnight Premier League scores yet. It's it's 7 a.m. here, bright and early. Sun's up, lovely day. What have we got here then? We've got Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. Oh, I'm surprised by that actually. Looks like Liverpool came back at the death. I saw Man City 1 at the last minute. Gosh, Sheffield United nearly got some points out of that. That's a shame. Although we don't want them too riding too high because we're playing them in a couple of weeks. But there's plenty of time for Sheffield United to fail before they meet Tottenham Hotspur. Aston Villa 3, Burnley 1. Burnley having a rough old start. I'm surprised by that. I thought they would do a lot better the way they ran away with the championship last year with Vincent Kompany in charge. Manchester City, Sheffield United. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now I've got some news. Just wait for some people to come in. If anyone's going to come in, I don't know. Might be a really quick stream. I might just go to the comments and have a chat with people. See how we go. Now, what we got in the news here? All right, so I've noticed this in the past few days. There's a few rumours floating around Besiktas supporters in Turkey about Eric Dyer, and I was looking at the comments by the Besiktas fans, and most of them seem to be in favour of this, which I'm quite surprised at. You know, is there another light on there? No, it's the sun. Can't switch the sun off. So I haven't seen that being reported in England or any of our press. But please, Eric, you know, I suppose, look, if he goes on a loan, at least he's off our books, isn't he? But, you know. Now, James Nursey, who's he? Daily Mirror. I don't know. It doesn't matter what paper they're from. I'm always going to just go, and this is being tweeted by Spurs OTM. Davinson Sanchez to Nottingham Forest is a potential deal to look out for before the transfer deadline. Well, I wonder if we can do a little bit of a switcheroo, like the bit of business we did with Leicester City, swapping Harry Kane, God, heaven forbid, Harry Winks for James Maddison. I wonder if anyone's calling it now, James Maddison, flop of the season. I watched a bit of, I just watched a clip of Talk Sport, and Jamie O'Hara's happy, and they had a few fans calling in, they're happy. And even Gabby Bonglahor is thinking Spurs are playing decent football. So, you know, the Ange Postecoglou word is starting to permeate out there, which is nice to see. I knew it happened, though. Now, Spurs OTM are also saying, and this is from His Lordship Alistair Gold, 2 times gold, because you've got to play his videos on 2 times speed. Ange Postecoglou has made Brennan Johnson his #1 attacking target for these final days of the window. Feels like he's the perfect fit for his Spurs system and versatile. Talks have taken place. Tough deal to do, though, and it's likely to be a late one if it happens. Well, we can slip him Sanchez, but then we'd need another defender as well. The problems. And this one was a bit funny. I mean, look, I kind of missed the whole Robbie Williams juggernaut. That was just after I left England, so I don't quite understand it. I only know one of his songs, but I know, is he still big and popular? I suppose he is. He's singing. James Black did one of his songs, but changed the words to make him a bit more Postecoglou relevant. And Robbie Williams posted a thing on somewhere. I don't know where it is, but James Black's got it on Twitter. He's at the Voice of Tottenham. of Robbie Williams singing James Black's lyrics to a Robbie Williams song. I just thought that was kind of cool, really. Well done, James. Nice one, man. I've bookmarked this for some apparent reason. Fabrizio Romano, Roberto Mancini has been appointed as new Saudi Arabia national head team coach. He resigned from the Italy job 10 days ago. Isn't that strange, eh? So, follow the money. Follow the money. So let's have a look at the table. The table, I think we're riding high in second place at the moment. Second place. We're only in third place due to West Ham scoring one more goal than us. Got the same goal difference. Ahead of Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, all these pretenders. Man City with that win, though, puts them top. 9 points, 100% record. But you know what? We're still unbeaten. Last year, the top teams lost 5 games each, which is quite. That's a reasonable chunk to become Premier League champions. Let's have a look. What was the year before? It was like 1 or 2 or something ridiculous. 3 the year before. 6 the year before that. In 2021, 86 points. So maybe my dreamometer, you'll have to have a look at another video for that. It might be predicting that Tottenham, the greatest football team the world has ever seen, go to be Premier League champions. Is it too early to say? Of course it's not. I've been saying it since June. Now, let's have a look here. Now, so I've put the I've pinned the link to this thing in the chat. So if anyone wants to come along in. If I get a whole glut of people, which looking at the moment, I can just see tumbleweeds blowing through. No one wants to come on. But if I get a load, I'll probably just do it one at a time because I'm not really good at the whole 6-9 heads Brady Bunch format. Doesn't float my boat. So just have a quick look at any more news, and then I'll come and say hello. Where are we going? Where's Twitter? Oh yeah, because it doesn't have the blue bird anymore, does it? It's got that stupid X. Musk. Nah, it doesn't look like there's anything new here. Oh, 10 minutes ago. Okay, so I think this is I saw Last Word on Spurs were live. I don't know if they're still live at the moment. So I'm suspecting this Sky Sports Lyle guy. Who's that? You must think it's weird me not knowing any of these people. I don't know who he is. Lyle Thomas. There we go. He's saying Eric Dyer has been made for sale, available for sale, and Fulham are one of the clubs in for him. Well, maybe we could. Why would that be though? Isn't that weird? I thought Fulham had defenders, and then there's talk about us signing. Was it Tosin or someone? Are they trying to get relegated, Fulham? What are they doing? I mean, no, Fulham, man. This will get you a place in the Europa League, man, if you get Eric Dyer and let one of your good defenders go. Shoe him, mate. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Who's in the comments here? Oh, there's a few comments here. Let's rattle through these. Super chats and memberships are available if you want to chip in, support me on what I'm doing here. Small crowd here, but I like to think of it as select. I don't know why my videos get thousands of views and live streams. No one. I don't know. What can you do, eh? What can you do? But Steady as Shark is here. Steady as Shark is here, a member of the Hotspur hippie commune. Nice to see you there, man. Welcome aboard. Then there's some comments by me. There's the StreamYard link. If anyone wants to come in, you're more than welcome. Mark N, how are you, my good man? Oh, that's a big judgment call, that man. Big Ange yesterday did a mini fist pump, but not quite full chest beat. Yeah, I was, man. Funny you say that. I was talking to a mate of mine yesterday, and because we got a bit of a fist pump at the little one at the Man United game, we're getting a bit more of it. But when you full on suck the guy in, when he starts beating he's not wearing a thing with the badge though when he's walking about. So, you know, what we want is a bit of badge wearing, Ange. Well, you know, that's what we want to see. But you get there in your own time if you ever do. When he's walking around beating the badge, then we know we're 100% Postecoglou. It's great. Claude Murphy, g'day, man. Big up, my man Paul. How are you today? I'm all right, dude. I'm all right, dude. Nice and bright and early. Monday morning, you know. Hey, another member of the commune here. Morning, evening, Paul. Great to catch a live chat. Yeah, it might be slim pickings this morning. Old stock. We'll see how we go. Come on in and click the link and say hello if you want, Ken. Be good to have a chat. Ange is the man. He has given us our Tottenham back. Yes, he certainly has, and it's great to hear the fans singing that as well. And it seems to be a common theme, isn't it? You know, because it has been gone for a little while. Let's face it. Really nice seeing all the fans, all the fans getting stuck in, and you know, and people, when people are calling into Talk Sport, that a lot of people are saying we've got our Tottenham back, so it's really great, really great. Mathwin, Borodar, Paul, Borodar. You know, Welsh gal taught me another couple of those. I know Yucky Dar already, and there was another one. I've forgotten it, man. Mathwin, I don't know if you're in the north of Wales, but my tip is to maybe encourage Eric Dyer and Hugo Lloris to leave, is to introduce our new training facilities at Blaenau Festiniog. We're going to take a lease on that hill of slate. We're just going to get someone to sit in a deck chair. Could be an old Spurs footballer who's, you know, needs a couple of bucks, easy gig, sits there eating sandwiches and drinking beer all day, while Eric Dyer and Hugo Lloris run up and down that hill all day with a football. So I don't know what part of Wales you're in from, man, but if you can put a word into the Blaenau Festiniog authorities, Cwmadwal or wherever it is, Mountain Bushman, Stamer, Ewanista, but I've got some chat here to go through. Yosarian, g'day, man, g'day. Morning, Paul and Libbies. This is my only experience at Tottenham Hotspur. Well, well, you know what? As long as whatever experience of Tottenham you're having, if you are lucky enough to just miss out the last like 4 or 5 years, you'd be doing all right. But you're being spoilt here, man. But this is the way that we used to play. I mean, this style, this entertaining style, this is what Tottenham Hotspur has always been about, man. Always been about, and that's why a lot of people are saying we've got our Tottenham back, because it just feels like it, man. And we're off to a flyer. I hope it follows my experience as a Celtic supporter and also get to experience success too. Well, I hope you don't go if Ange goes to like Real Madrid, which he probably will someday, unless he makes Tottenham Hotspur the biggest team in Europe, the most successful team in Europe, which he might well do, which he will do actually. And if he does that, is he really going to move on? I like to think that Ange's next challenge would be to take a team that's successful, that he's built, and reinvent it as it goes along, because that's a whole different ball game, a new challenge that I don't think he's quite done before. So you know that, because you know I don't want to lose all the Australian supporters, or you know just following Ange. But I get it. But welcome aboard, Yosarian. By the way, Yosarian, one of the highest compliments I had, I was when I was Ubering, I was driving a presenter at Corey FM. And we had a good old chat. It was an hour-long drive. The next day, she gave me a dedication. She called me Paul, the deadly Uber driver. And I've never been called deadly before. And it's like, thanks, man. That was cool. Kim62, Maddison is going to be the signing of the season. No doubt, man. Especially at that price. I mean, people say it's 40 million. I'm counting it as 30 million because of the Harry Wink thing. But 40 million. I mean, he's doing better than Havertz, Declan Rice, Caicedo. You know, all of them big 100 million or, you know, 60 million plus players. I don't know how we did it. Maybe Ange just had a word in. Yeah, but we had to do the deal with Leicester. Maybe Ange talked to the Leicester people as well. I don't know. Love his attitude. So do I, man. That's what I was surprised at because, you know, I was 50-50 on Maddison. So I'm not always right, you know. Well, I wasn't wrong because I was 50-50. Because I hadn't seen him play much. I got the people, other Spurs fans were excited about him. But there were also rumours, especially around World Cup squad selection time, about his, you know, off the pitch antics. And just goes to show you, doesn't it? He doesn't have that vibe about him to me that he's a bit of a wild child. He seems to be pretty grounded. And to do what he did the other day, after only like a bit of training, it's fantastic, man. We have got a hell of a player there. Love his attitude. He was asked why Spurs. He replied, "It just felt right." And speaking to Ange was the game changer. Oh man, I love to hear that. Yeah, whether you join Tottenham, whether you join us or not, you're going to see a different Tottenham Hotspur this year. Just knows, man. He just knows. Lemmy, another member of the Hotspur hippie commune, tried to come and say hello with my dog Paul, but too complicated. It should be just as easy as clicking the link, but I get it, man. I get it. I'm flat out doing this crap myself, man. But you know, you're more than welcome to say hello any old time, dude. If you manage to figure it out. But yeah, I mean, you can probably tell that every time I try to do something, and or try and look at Twitter or something, but it's like my natural reaction now is just to go. It's just so I get where you're coming from, man. Claude Murphy, come on, Paul, give us a sticker. After hearing you about Ange and you've proven everything you said to be correct, please give us a sticker. A stricker. A stricker. I'm sorry, man. What's a stricker? I might be being really dumb here, but yeah, if you could let me know what a stricker is. Hang on, let me Google it. What's a stricker? I trust that you're not setting me up here because you know you've been around the channel for a while. Stricker. Oh, is this? Oh no, it's a tennis player. I thought Swiss tennis player. Uh, oh, there's a Dr. Stricker who's a urologist in Sydney. Stricker creates promotional gifts. No, Steve Stricker. He's a golfer. Stricker's a prostate. He's a prostate. Stricker's a prostate and urologist thing. So I mean, I'm at that time of life where I need that sort of crap. So I'll bear that in mind. So thanks for the health tip there, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Conundrum. Oh, all the members of the commune are flocking in today. Yeah, that's nice to see. Thanks for the support, folks. Means a lot, man. G'day, Paul, one and all. Kim62, I think it's because it's 10:15 p.m. in this part of the world and people are off to bed. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Americans are in the afternoon. I don't know. Maybe it is just a timing thing. Maybe I've just got to hit that critical threshold or something, and then I'll get loads. Because I know, like when I'm on with Jacob, he's regularly got 100 people, which is quite overwhelming because the chat just whizzes by like that, you know. But you know, I'll get there slowly but surely. You know, I'm doing it all wrong on purpose. Doing it all wrong. I'm not doing fancy thumbnails and all that sort of stuff. I don't want to attract, you know, Johnny come lately fly-by-nighters. You know, I just want it to be like, it's an overused term here, organic. So all the crazy Spurs fans in the people will just find each other eventually. I'm not gonna force it. You know, let it grow on its own. Captain Grandma. Sky Sports guy and last word on Spurs. Reckons Dyer prefers a loan deal. Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. So he can he's under this illusion now that he'll be able to sign some sort of blank check in a year's time and take his pick. Oh, I might go to Barcelona or might go to Manchester City. I don't know. I'm Eric Dyer. I'm so good, aren't I? Prefers a loan deal so that next year he can choose the Hackney Marsh Sunday League team of his choice. Yeah, he might get a game of crackers down there. Yeah, I remember that place as being bleak. Yeah, you could turn out for some pub team. Timbuktu, Super Paul. Thank you very much. I think there's a new name there. Thanks for watching, man. Mark N. I've been working with your Dreamometer. I've been working with your Dreamometer going on. If we score 2 goals every game, if a team beats us, at least it will take 3 goals. That's right, man. That's right. And we're on +4 on our goal difference, 3 more than those 3 games. Yeah. The other thing I was thinking, actually, our goal difference, I think, is the same as it was last year already, +4. Which is was it +4 last year? It was something useless, wasn't it? So what are we on this year? We're on goal difference +4. And last year, over the course of 38 games, our goal difference. Oh no, sorry, Tottenham. I underestimated. I didn't realise you were that good last year. Goal difference last year was +7. So let me do this. Let me just figure this out. Score 2 goals every game. If a team beats us, it will take at least 3 goals. And we're on +4. Our goal difference 3 more than those 3 games. Oh man, it sounds like Carol Vorderman to me. That's beyond. I'm almost following you, man. I'm struggling. Timbuktu, he will probably go after he wins the treble. Yeah. Well, where is there to go? Where is there to go? I mean, if he starts winning stuff like that with us, then I think that rules out the Premier League, would it not? The only danger may be Liverpool there, because I think he supported Liverpool as a kid. But apart from that, then you're looking at Europe, and really the only teams that would spring to mind are Real Madrid, Barcelona. I mean, or maybe something like the Greek national team, something like that. I don't know, but you know, let's hope he sticks around, or at least that he fosters like apprentices a coach to take over. Maybe Mile Jedinak is that man. I don't know yet. He hasn't got that much experience, but he's a fearsome looking character, isn't he, Mile Jedinak? You know, I saw him on the pitch at the end of the game on the weekend, and you know, he might be a bit older and a bit. He's got a bit more salt and pepper in his beard, but he's still like that, isn't he? Dyer, you don't take a loan. You're off to Blaenau Festiniog. You're off to the Slate Mines. You're going to run up and down that hill like Sean Connery in the hill. He's a fearsome looking bugger, isn't he? Fearsome. Dear oh dear, makes me feel two inches taller just doing the photo. But if I was a footballer, I know he'd make me feel 2 inches taller. You're sorry, and I'm emotionally connected to Celtic, and then now with Tottenham too. Come on, Spurs. Well, that's all right, man. And you've only just started, so hopefully we'll just get into the fibre of your being a little bit. And yeah, but it's fun to have you around, man. It's fun to have new supporters. It's always good. And always say, you know, there's no hierarchy in supporting. So all you got to do is say, "Come on, you Spurs," and it's just all equal, because you know it's Hotspur hippie, isn't it? Hotspur hippie. It's not Hotspur Piers Morgan. Hotspur Alan Jones to be Australian. How Alan Jones became the moral voice of Australia, I'll never know. Steady Shark has got a football and a chicken, which is almost. I see where you're getting at. It's kind of emoji for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know what breed of weird looking. Is there an actual cockerel? If anyone knows this, I'd love to know someday. Is there a breed of cockerel that actually looks like the cockerel that's on our badge and our the golden ball, or is that just some sort of made up bird? Because I don't want to go down the lines of Newcastle, because Newcastle's badge, you know, they've got it all wrong, man. No wonder they're losing games. Hang on, Newcastle, United, Liverpool. I pointed this out to Jacob a few weeks ago, and he couldn't believe it. Anyways, I only spotted it like the beginning a while ago. I thought, hang on a minute, there's something not right with this, and I can't see. Lemmy. There's my technology grown. You know, I can barely type. Here we go. See, here we go. See, look at that. There you go, Newcastle United. Seahorses don't have legs, Newcastle United. They've got some weird half horse, half seahorse, or is it half horse, half fish? Is it a mare horse or something? What's going on, Newcastle United? Get your zoological taxonomy right. Look at it. Bloody hell's that? Look at that. Look at that out there. I never noticed that one before. It's like a ginormous lion on top of a tiny castle. Is that what it is? Is it or not? Is that supposed to be a lion? Look at it. Look at it. The lion. It's half. I've just noticed it's half lion, half castle. You can't fit a lion into that. Look, where's his bottom half? The bottom half would go down at the bottom of the castle. So we got half horse, half seahorse, and half lion, half rook. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Sort it out, Newcastle. Then you get your graphic designer back in and sort that out. At least make the castle in proportion to the lion, if that's what you're trying to say, that the lion's in the castle. Because there's a lion in a tiny little castle. Or a huge, massive lion in a normal-sized castle. But still, there's nowhere for its legs to go, is there? Mark N. I want to see Mickey against the Dharma Traore on Tuesday. That'll be a foot race. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully Fulham are a little bit knackered after their clash, as Sky Sports would say, clash, because every game, we don't have football games anymore, just like we don't have weather. We have, in Sydney, we don't have weather, we have Arctic blasts and rain bombs. It's a bit cold or it's wet. So, but now there's no such thing as a football game, it's a clash. Hopefully Fulham are a bit knackered from their clash with Arsenal. The Gooners playing all players out of position, which I love to see. Arteta, man, he hasn't got it. He's very snippy, isn't he? He's very snippy. Like not that I've ever been a professional footballer, but I imagine if I was a footballer, I wouldn't want to play for somebody who's just like a snippy little knob. You know, I'd want to play with, someone with discipline, like Alex Ferguson, or, who knows what Ange Postecoglou's discipline like. I'm sure he gets Millet to get the guys to do some push-ups. Striker. Did I read that wrong? Did I read it wrong? Am I? Right. Sorry, man. Okay, striker. No. Oh, well, I've got good medical advice anyway, so everyone's a winner. Thanks, Gord. Well, Brennan Johnson, man. So let me have a look at. Oh, look, bloody hell! There's a person here. Lemmy, hello. Welcome to the stream, man. Hello.
G'day, mate. Nice to meet you finally.
Dude. This is you're out and about. Oh, it looks like you're having a walk in a nice place there. Whereabouts are you?
Gold Coast. This is
right.
Lemuki. Hey. Come on. I'm doing walkabouts.
So is the treble still on, Lemmy?
Oh, mate. I'm going for the quadruple, mate. Next year, anyway.
Next year, man. Europe's lucky. We ain't there.
No, I'm enjoying your show. Thanks very much, Paul. You bring a lot of joy to us. Bring a lot of joy.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
The Newcastle bit had me laughing to myself. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Well, I've got to fill the time somehow, man. So, did you enjoy the game on the weekend?
Oh, I loved it, especially the early start for us Aussies.
Yeah. So, have you been a Spurs supporter for a long while, or are you part of Ange's?
No, I only started following football since the 2018 World Cup, when my son, who was 8 at the he was 10 at the time, got into football, and he introduced me to Belgium and De Bruyne, and then I understood why Wogball was interesting. So,
Yeah.
because I was an AFL guy,
Yeah.
but now I finally get it. So I've got a lot of catching up to do at my age. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's never too late, though.
So yeah, that's true. So as I joined that year, and Wolves got into the EPL that year, I decided to follow Wolves, unfortunately. And because I'm a dedicated bloke, married 30 years, so that's a lot of dedication. I'm sticking with Wolves, but I follow characters, and I did follow Spurs for a short while because I like Mourinho's character,
Right.
and I actually like what he did to Kane because, from what I could understand, he got him playing deeper and passing a lot more and setting up plays a lot. And then when they got rid of him, I sort of jumped ship again. But I'm still Wolves fundamentally. But then when they got Nuno, that was embarrassing.
Terrible.
And then you just can't. I just didn't bother with Conte. So I follow characters or narratives, and plus as an Aussie and an Aussie Greek, who can suppress their pride for what Ange, because I've only followed since 2018. So then I followed him to Marinos. Celtic was like another experience. I loved it. I just wish Celtic was in the EPL, to be
Yeah.
honest. Oh, the best fans in the world, I reckon. I mean, I'm being objective from what I can see. They're just nuts.
Yeah. Well, it's because I've been following Ange for a while, but seeing him at Celtic and the fans and what a party they were having there while we were going through misery with Conte, that I was crying out for Ange to come to Spurs a while ago because of that.
Yeah, great fan channels too, I must admit.
Yeah.
And there was one channel that taught me a lot, well, whatever I know about football from Celtic. It's called The Huddle. I don't know if you ever stumbled across that. Did you watch that? They're
No,
still on.
so 67 Hail was one I used to watch when Ange was
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he was good. The tall bugger, the
Hamish.
Hamish, that's it. He was really good. But there's a show with two analysts and one young guy who hosts it. It's called The Huddle Breakdown. I learnt so much from them, especially with Ange, the way they dissected Ange and every game, and they're still on. They're wonderfully insightful. I've actually been sort of, contributing to their messaging and begging them to come and follow Ange
Yeah.
because they just give so many angles to what a team and club need to consider. But anyway, I enjoyed Celtic, and I'm enjoying Spurs. But fundamentally, just yourself and Jacob.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys. Have a
No,
blessed
man.
day.
It's fun. Yeah, just before you go, so the weekend where we were about to hire Ange, I was up in the Central Coast with a few mates. One of them was a Greek guy, and I was like constantly on the news trying to get news on Ange, and he'd never really followed Tottenham. So he's been telling his Greek mates down here about Ange Postecoglou and Spurs as well. So it's good to have Yasu LRA come on
Yeah.
in,
Oh, yeah. Like, I really appreciate your effort, but I cringe at your
Yeah, I
pronunciations.
know.
No, but I appreciate everything you do, Paul. Keep it up.
Oh, it's not the only language I can butcher, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do my best with English. Anyway, this is Lemuka.
Lemuka.
Lemuki. Well, my first Brittany Spaniel was Lemmy. So when we got this one after he died, the boys called her Lemuki. So you do whatever the kids want.
Fair enough, man. Fair
Anyway,
enough.
and good to hear your girl did well in the grand final.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, she had a ball. Scored a rocket from the edge of the penalty area too.
I'm sure you're great in encouraging her and cultivating her skill and love. Anyway, Paul, have a blessed day, and to everybody following you guys.
Thanks
And
very much.
I'm really enjoying the Spurs ride with Ange.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful.
And
Well,
I just hope he gets. Oh, look, he's getting the support from everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was the same at Celtic. If you saw when that time when there was speculation he was leaving, how everybody's ass dropped out of there. You know what I mean?
They went through mourning up at Celtic after he went, and they're struggling now.
I reckon they're really feeling it now. I mean, they were being
Yeah.
hopeful with Brendan, and I remember they were saying how, Brendan, he won, he was the invincible or whatever. But from what I understood, Rangers just had fallen out of the whole league. They were just coming back.
Yep.
You can't count that. That's the thing. The problem with Celtic, they count everything, every win as an equal win.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rangers were out of action for, I don't know, call it 10 years, because they went into administration, so they were relegated down the divisions and had to come up from the bottom again.
That was a fairy tale, wasn't it? And that first league win coming from a complete rebuild and the complete humiliation he was exposed to and had to go through. Oh my goodness, it was just a fairy tale, wasn't it? But you know what? Yeah. Everybody went through it. Everybody at Celtic lived that fairy tale. And I'm sure that's how Spurs, you guys all feel now. I know I feel a little bit part of Spurs following it. I won't pretend that I'm a diehard like you guys, but it just feels like another fairy tale to experience in this mundane world.
Yeah, no, it's good to see, man. I think we're going to get some silverware. Well, it looks like you're having a lovely walk up there, Lemmy.
Yeah, well, dogs help you do that, and Queensland.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's say Lower Queensland. Anyway, Paul, thanks very much for everything. You were alone. That's why I only got the courage to call you up, because you were sort of encouraging people to join you. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Anytime. No, it's cool, man.
Yeah, right, you're never alone. Anyway, I just want you to know you're never alone, and you bring a lot of pleasure to us.
Thank you very much, man. That's nice to hear, man. That's what I'm trying to do, keep it all upbeat.
Anyway, all right, see you, Lemmy. Adio, yasu.
Yasu. Dear. Oh, well, that was cool, eh? That was the first time I've spoken to Lemmy up there on the Gold Coast. Beautiful part of Australia. Really nice weather there. I haven't been there for ages, but it's a bit of a party town up there. I remember when they used to have the IndyCar. I was up there for the IndyCar race. For what happens in the Gold Coast stays in the Gold Coast, man. That's the way it should be up there. But that was great. That was great. Usarian, you can come on sometime, man. Let's get the people who've been here from the beginning on. I'm going to Usarian. It's going to be interesting to see how the overwhelming positive support responds if we go through any periods of poor results, any banana peels at Celtic, and some supporters lost their minds. I'm hopeful about that, man. I just think the feeling is so good. I think it would take a significant run of wobbliness to I think to start denting people. You're always going to get a small percentage of people, maybe doing channels for clickbait or whatever. But I can't see that happening unless it really goes badly, and I can't see it going that badly. When we're Celtic, so as far as my recollection goes, because I kind of followed Ange at Celtic. Excuse me, I've got a bit of the Ange. Does anyone else reckon that Ange might be a bit of a smoker? He's got that. Yeah, mate. I'm sure he's just having a quick smoke before he goes into the press conferences. And Ange got himself goodwill straight away at Celtic, even though they were knocked out of the Champions League immediately in his first year in the qualifiers. And when the ball started rolling, particularly after that first January transfer window, when he brought some more players in, I think that was a done deal after that. He had some losses in the league at the end. Like I think you were saying this the other day, sorry, but that was after they'd won the league. They'd won the League Cup, and he just wanted to build them up for the Scottish FA Cup final. I think Celtic fans are going through some trauma at the moment because Brendan Rodgers hasn't got them off to a flyer. And maybe maybe Brendan Rodgers will come good. He's not like he's a bad coach. He did come second with Liverpool in the Premier League, so he's not that bad. And he won an FA Cup with Leicester, got them into. He might have got them into Champions League actually, top 4. So he's no slouch as a coach. But maybe that experience of him being there, and leaving halfway through the season to go to Leicester, maybe they're primed to jump on him if it's not going well. But I don't know. And that's what I liked about Ange. Well, Ange did leave midway, I think, through the J League season to go to Celtic. But I mean, you can't turn down that job, can you? You could never turn down a job going to a big club like that. But the Spurs job, I thought it was a mark of character that he stuck the Celtic job out until the end of the season and then came to Spurs. And I was saying at the time, like, if the reason why Spurs haven't got a manager yet is because we're getting Ange Postecoglou, then I'm happy. And that's what it turned out to be. Claude Murphy, yeah, bad spell. Yeah, striker, man. I didn't know, man. I wasn't trying to take the piss or anything. When the internet started, I was all like, people can't spell. But now I'm sod it. I don't care. I'm as bad as everyone else, probably worse. Now what I want to do is I want to have a quick look at this Brennan Rodgers character. By the way, look, if anyone else wants to come on and say hello, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Just click on it, come and say hello. It's brilliant talking to Lemmy. Never spoken to him before there. Nice to know a bit about him. Brennan Johnson. By the way, you may have heard him describe football in a way that maybe people in England's ears would have pricked up, because he did use a word there. Totally different context over here, particularly if you're from a Greek or an Italian or even Lebanese, whatever background. It's kind of a word that I guess white Australia uses in a derogatory fashion. So I don't use it myself, even though most of my friends use it, because most of my friends are from Europe or European extraction, non-Anglo Australian. So it means something completely different over there. I understand it's just a word you don't say in England. So just to clear that one up, Lemmy wasn't trying to be, weird or anything. That's just part of what he would say, I guess, amongst friends and things, which is all right. It's acceptable for me to say it, even if I'm in suitable company. It doesn't sit right with me. For me, it's unacceptable. Now I'm gonna have a look at Brennan Johnson on SofaScore here. And we're gonna have a look at Brennan Johnson. Yeah, just for any other Australians, that word over in England is a big no. But I get the context of what you're saying over here. But I just have to explain that to English viewers. That's all, or people from the UK. All right, so let's have a look at Brennan Johnson here. Because this is a guy, apparently, according to the Fleet Street head hacks, that that we're interested in, and Ange is interested in. So lower SofaScore than Eric Dyer. What's Eric Dyer at the moment? Well, he will never score this year. It's so good seeing no Eric Dyer on the team sheet this week. 3 weeks in a row, no Eric Dyer. So the rumours going around, I think we can almost say that they're confirmed. Ange is not impressed with Eric Dyer. And it's obvious, really. That's what I like about Ange, man. He sees what we can all see, but he sees more. But, you know what I mean? We've had manager after manager persisting with him. Maybe they didn't have much of a choice, to be fair, because we haven't been buying centre-backs. We've only bought, before Van der Ven, Romero was the only one in the last 4 years. Before that was Davinson Sanchez. We haven't really refreshed that area of the pitch since Alderweireld and Vertonghen. And it's good to see a lot of people saying that Mickey Van der Ven is giving them those Vertonghen chills. And I thought the same. Oh, crikey, we've got a player here, man. Do you see that tackle he did? It was so clean. And so Bournemouth player was coming in, and Van der Ven came on in a diagonal, just flying, sprinting in, and did a sort of slide tackle, didn't touch the player at all. So the player didn't go down, anything like that. I don't know how he did it. I'd love to see a blown up slow motion of it, actually. Got the ball, stood up, and then progressed play. So, you know, and I've heard Steve Perriman talking about that sort of defending where, you know, okay, you want to get the ball off someone, but if you can keep it and change over instead of just booting it out, then you know, you catch teams on the hop there, because they're all running this way, and all of a sudden they're going to have to go, oh shit, we've lost the ball. So for score, you know, these stats, I don't know. Let's have a look at his heat map, because I know Mountain Bushman likes looking at the old heat map. Look at that, eh? He's just like running around there, going up the right hand side. So he's looking a bit more sort of Koulou-y to me than an out-and-out centre forward. But according to this thing, he is a striker, a right winger, and an attacking midfielder. What's he done this so far? He's played 3 games, started three. He hasn't scored any goals. Oh man, look, if Ange sees something in him, he must see something. See, this is why stats are crap. Stats are crap. So me looking at this stat thing, I'd say no, Brennan Johnson. He's like hopeless. Look at it, 3 games. I mean, we got Richarlison. He's got the same stats as that. Three games played, no goals. Well, we get another one. But when you watch the player, like Ange has no doubtfully done, if the rumours are correct, that is, if the rumours are correct, he would be seeing what sort of player and character he is. How old is he? 22. My boy, Lord, we got a young old team, haven't we? Look at it. I'll just show you the Tottenham Bournemouth game, or Bournemouth Tottenham. Live stream? What? I don't want to see a live stream. What's that? Oh no, it's Bet365. Get off. I don't want gambling. That's where I want to go. What was I going to have a look at here? So here we go. See, look at this. Our average age, 25 years old. Let's pick a fixture. Let's see if I can pick a fixture from last year. I want to see how many years we've dropped off our average. Yeah, I can't spell Tottenham. I want to. How do you do this? I want to see. I want to just pick a game from last year. Here we go. Let's have a look here. Previous. Let's just pick Everton Tottenham. Let's have a go. Oh, that one. Lineups. So our average age for a random game I'm picking here last year. Wow, 28.8. We've dropped 3 years off our average age, man, over the summer. That's incredible. Wow. I didn't realise it was that much. Wow. Well, the rebuild is happening, isn't it? The rebuild is happening quicker than I expected. Richie B. Hey. Hello, Richie B, man. You know, I'm just going to sort of relax a little bit because there's a few more people floating in now. Welcome, everyone. If anyone wants to come on and say hello, then just click the link pinned at the top of the chat. I've had a chat with Lemmy from the Gold Coast, which is super cool. Anyone else want to come in? That's nice too. Richie B, don't worry about the numbers, Paul. They just keep being you. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing, man. That's as soon as you start chasing numbers, you just become a bit of a, you know, what was that? Thought it was. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I know. I just can't be bothered, man. It'd be too much of a strain, man. You know, if I start being all, you know, slick and whatever, and I get like hundreds of, I wouldn't be able to maintain it, man. I'll just burn out. Whereas at least this way, I can just lie on the couch. There we go. Got some nice fancy disco lights going. What's that you're saying? Not enough lights? I can't plug two things at the same time in over there. I think next time I do it like this, I'll put a few more lights on for you because it is the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet after all. Autocorrect. Yeah, you know, autocorrect, it still doesn't, you know, I thought that smartphone, it still doesn't know when I'm typing every other word. No, Tottenham Hotspur, nah, I'm not going to correct that. I'm not going to know that you're typing that in. Claude Murphy, Dyer was terrible, upset. He's terribly upset. He was upset he's not made captain. I bet there's something in that, man. You know, I bet he had a hissy fit, but I cannot fault his ambitions. Yeah, for going Hackney Marshes, is it, or his ambitions as far as Hackney Marshes, or is he like Real Madrid? Put an offer in for me. We'll probably see a few more Eric Dyer sizzle reels come out. If he does go on loan, we're going to start seeing his media team because let's face it, at the moment he's on 10 million a year. I think. Let's have a look. He's on I think he's on 80 grand. No, I think he's on more. Eric Dyer salary. I mean, this might be bullshit here. 85,000 a week. What's that? Let's have a look. Cancel 85. 85,000 times 52. 4.5 million a year. I thought it'd be more than that. Oh well, that's all right. Yeah, 4.5 million a year for Eric Dyer. When is it? When do you? I just don't get it, man. This is why I'm a Hotspur hippie, I guess. When is enough money enough? You know what I mean? How much do you really need? Kim62, you don't do anything wrong. Your chat is just chilled and not judgmental. Really like this on your channel. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a good point. That I don't really have. It's rarely I have problems with the chat and have to skip things or things like that. I probably will have to skip things if more people come in because I won't have the time to do it. But no, you lot are a chill bunch. It makes it easy for me. It's cool. Faye Deadman, what do you think of Brennan Johnson? Oh, hopefully, I've just answered that question for you, man, with my in-depth sofa score statistical analysis. I don't know, man. I've gone way behind. Oh, because I talked to Lemmy, didn't I? That's right. Anyone else want to come in? Come on in. The manager's going to. Oh, yes, you're right, Faye. Yes. That's it. That's something I forgot to talk about because I heard that and I thought, remember to say that. You're right. Fulham's manager has had 3 yellow cards in a row, so he's not going to be on the dugout on the touchline for our match in the. Hang on. No, that's the League Cup though. Oh, I don't know if he's. See, because he got those yellow cards in the Premier League. Whether I don't know if that means he's going to be. I think that might mean he's suspended for the next Premier League game, not the League Cup game. I don't know about that. I don't know which way that. I think he's going to be on the touchline for. Let me have a look, man. Let me have a look. I think that applies to Premier League games, not the cup games. Because when I first heard it, I thought, yes, man, that's good. That's we'll take any advantage we can get. So what we got here? Oh, this is NBC Sports. So Marco Silva, Mitrovic has. Hang on, what's this? This is old news. What's this? 4th of April. Hang on a minute. This is hot news, isn't it? Hot news. I can't get it, man. If anyone has got an idea of the answer for that, let me know. But I think it's that it only applies to Premier League, not League Cup games, unfortunately. Hotspur, g'day all. Much love from the UK. Looking forward to taking the Ashes back in Australia. Yes, that'll be. Although, you know what, man? England made it so hard for me to want them to win. I mean, Australia, yeah, especially while they've got the, Steve Smith in there and David Warner, and they've just got that attitude about them. Because I would support Australia in the football, but somehow, cricket, it's always England for me. But that Bazball, mate, bowling when you win the toss, Bazball. I get it. Attack is the best form of playing defence, but it doesn't make Test cricket the spectacle it is. I like the strategy in Test cricket where it's a competition between bat and ball, and also it's incredibly arrogant to play like that as well, and that's why England lost a couple of tests, and all this rubbish about the better team lost. Well, Australia won fair and square, unfortunately. I mean, I didn't want to see that. Top Spurs Rangers all the way. Celtic man. Phoenix 9999 rising. All right, mate. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks, man. Nice to see you. It's a new name, I think. Got the Ange Postecoglou cough because he might be on these as well, he's got to be a smoker, and he looks like a whiskey and a cigarette. Steady as shark. One day I'll have the courage to call in. You don't need courage to call in here, mate. We're all welcome in here anytime, man. Anytime. Here we go, Derek Smith. Nice to see you, man. Evening, Paul. Late to the party. Been listening to Electric Callboy and couldn't get myself to stop. I'm not familiar with Electric Callboy. I've been going through a Stevie Wonder binge, and for me, the album that really hit home to me is Inner Visions. A German electronic band. Wow. I'll hang on. Is there a way of what I could do is I'll just go into YouTube because I'll forget this. So if I go into YouTube, I can put it in my history. Hang on. What was it? Electric Callboy. There's always more music out there, isn't there, man? Always more music. They look weirdos. That's cool. Oh, sounds a bit Kraftwerky. Krautrock. What's the Krautrock band I've got on this ACD? Tago Mago. I think they were Krautrock. Brilliant. I'll give that a listen later, actually. I haven't listened to it for a while. Paul G, evening, Paul. Late to the party. It's never too late for the party. Come on in. Hope you're well. I'm brilliant, man. Brilliant. God, I've got still loads of chats to go through. I'm not catching up. This is good. Kim62, cool guy, Lemmy. He's on the Ange train. That's it, man. And if you're saying it, man, a guy that's met Bill Nicholson, that it's cool to have fans on, then who's anyone else? That's what I think. When you're in, you're in. Steady Shark, yeah, I've wondered if Ange is a smoker as well. Maybe he just shouts a lot during matches at training. Yeah, it could be that. Maybe it's just, age is 58. Yes, to today. Today's still in England. Happy birthday, Mr. Postecoglou. But I know in the interview years ago with Craig Foster, he sounded a bit more less husky. So I don't know, man. But it's cool. Mark Cavill from London originally. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. And the lion was placed in the castle as a cub. So they've kind of like done like foot binding on it. Is that what you're trying to tell me? So, so put the lion in a tiny castle and just let it grow. They just throw out the odd, gazelle. It's a castle, so they've probably got a trebuchet or a catapult, and there's just throwing livestock at the lion, but it's like chained there. So the rest of its body is kind of shaped like the inside. It's pretty gross, isn't it? It's a bit dark there. You don't want lion's bottom half shaped like the inside of a tiny castle. Rob Patterson, we need to sign new armour from Nordjylland. He's the striker we're missing. We should have signed Damsgaard a few years ago as a backup to Son. Well, let sleeping dogs lie, man. What's gone has gone. The only thing I'm worried about our homegrown quota, man. What's going to happen with that? But Nuama, I say, well, look at him. Why not, eh? Nuama. I'm trusting your typing is impeccable. Unlike mine. Oh, there we go. Nordjylland. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? That's all right. That means something. 7.5. He's still shorter than me, but I'm weakening on that. Because there's plenty of. But I just go silly arbitrary stats because he's 19. Do we need another young striker, man? We've got this Valise dude in from Ghana, I think that is. There's his heat map. Bit of a cooler. He pops up over there though. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at what he. Well, last year might be a bit of a stretch for him. Oh, 4 games, 5 games, 5 goals. Who's he play for? Oh, Nordjylland. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wow, look at that. Bloody hell. 30 goals, 12 games. Look, maybe you're seeing something there. Oh, look, I didn't even put the thing up. I didn't put the screen up. I didn't put the screen up. Take 2. There we go. So just to recap, not a bad sofa score. He's young though. He's young. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that should exclude him, but the fact is we've already got Valise in who's young. And 30 games, 12 games. Let's compare him to Valise. These. Why, hey, man? What's a tiny lion doing in a tiny castle, man? Maybe that's what they do when they're throwing up the livestock to the little lion in the castle. They just stretch it and they go out away and shite. So he's 19 as well. See what I mean, man? He's 19. So I don't know what this other guy would give that this guy don't. God, he's a lanky bugger as well. 6'2". What did he do last year? Look at this. 23, 11 goals. Heat map all over the place. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been inclined to, if we are going to get a striker, someone who's more of a ready thing, because we've already got a kid waiting in the wings. And who knows, maybe Dane Scarlett. Just throw that little thing out there, that dart. Throw a James Maddison dart out there. Dane Scarlett. Could he come through? Like our under 21s are flying this year, top of the table. Our under 18s beat Arsenal 4-2 the other day. Mikey Moore I can't wait to see Mikey Moore. I hope he sticks around and I hope he keeps building on his performances because he looks like a hell of a player. Peter Grant, Spurs are going well. Only early. However, still need a couple of players who can give us real depth and some class up front for sure, and another down back. If not, we will be outgunned. Yeah, I mean, we've got to ride our fortune at the moment, I suppose, with injuries, because injuries are going to happen. But we've got Bentancur coming back soon. That's good. Defence, I'm just hoping someone like Dorrington stakes a claim through. If we don't sign a centre back, I want to see Dorrington in there. And up front, we haven't used Manor Solomon much yet. I'm hoping we'll use him in the Fulham game because I think he's a class player. And then after the winter break, maybe that's when this Velith. I don't know how to pronounce it because I don't know if Argentinian Spanish is like Spanish because I know Mexican Spanish slightly different pronunciations. So it could be Belith or it could be Velis. I don't know. Any Argentinians, let me know. If anyone can call up Aussie our dealers and let me know. You know what? Thinking of Aussie speaking, I think it's Belith. I reckon it's Belith. Hotspur 63, happy to say hi. Thanks, man. Rob Patterson. Brennan Johnson isn't good enough for us. I'd rate him like Joe Rodon. Okay. I love them because they're Welsh, but they aren't the quality we need. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to just get a player for the sake of getting a player. I do like what Ange was talking about the other day when he was talking about players are all over the world. You just don't know where you can find them in unexpected places. And he talked about a Japanese dude. He's playing for Brighton now, but he encountered him when he was he played against Yokohama. And Ange thought, well, he's out of uni. How good can he be? And he ripped them apart. Ange tried to get him at Celtic, but Brighton nipped him to the punch. Pipped him to the. Is it pipped him to the punch? Pipped him. I don't know. Daniela Zito. You need to click on yeah. Caption Grandma, another member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Memberships and super chats are available if you want to support me and the channel. From the shape of the Spurs cockerel, is likely. Oh, okay. Is likely an old English game breed, which were mainly bred for fighting. Thank you, man, because this is something I've tried to search for from time to time, and it's very hard. When you're trying to type something into Google like cockerel or cock, cockerel, all you get is the standard chicken sort of thing. Okay, you might just give me something more to go. Old English game breed fighting cockerel. Because I think I've never seen a chicken that looks like our one. Or cockerel. Let's have a look. Nah, it's just a bloody chicken. No, I'm just getting. I mean, this might be Google not getting it right. It's just chickens. Look, it's just chickens. I'm sure you're right, though. I mean, this is getting closer. It's getting closer. Getting closer. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's getting close, isn't it? That's getting there. I mean, I've tried typing in cockerel no comb and things like that. Yeah, you might be onto something here, man. So I'm just going down a wormhole here. I'm trying to find a picture of a cockerel that looks like our cockerel, and we're getting nearly there. I mean, those look like the cockerels on our old badges for sure. But then the golden cockerel is what 1920s, something like that. So it predates the chicken-looking badge, doesn't it? So they must have known. Oh, look at this! Look at that! That's getting close, isn't it? Look at that! Beats a big lion in a tiny castle, and a half horse, half seahorse. All right, thanks, Captain Grandma. Thanks. You've led me further down my and I get like if it looks like that, we've just tightened it up a bit, haven't we? We just smartened it up a bit. I can buy that. Look at it. Yes, man. Thank you. That has been seriously. That has been a question that pops into my head ever since I was a Spurs fan. That now I think, well, it don't look like a cockerel. What sort of cockerel is it? And I've never got close. So it's a win for humanity. Thanks, Captain Grandma. Leanne Rolfe, waste of money, and that's just one player. Yeah, okay. So I'm sensing the vibe in the chat is maybe Brennan Johnson isn't the guy. So you're saying Marco Silva will not be on the touchline for the League Cup game? Is that right? Okay, well that's a bonus to us. Shamu van der Vu, Shamu van der Ven. I'm loving Angie. See, I don't even know that song. I mean, I listened to the thing because Robbie Williams was singing it about Ange Postecoglou. I don't know that song, man. So it must be after the year 2000 when I stopped paying attention to contemporary music. Mark Cavill, are you London born? If so, north, south, east, west. I am West London. West London. I was born in Hillingdon. So consequently, I was at high school. There was about 4 of us in my year that supported Tottenham. There's a lot of Arsenal though. And when I went to sixth form in Harrow, I was the only bloody Spurs fan. I was the only Spurs fan. They're all gooners there from Salvatorium. Which is why I had to eat a lot of shit in 1989 when Arsenal won the league. Horrible. But it made me a man. Because now if Arsenal win stuff, I don't really care that much. Because it can never be as bad as when I was 16, 17. Shamu van der Vu, Overkill by Motorhead. What a song. Have you sussed that bass riff out, Paul? Look, man, Lemmy was a great bass player. Because he played a lot. I've tried doing it. He was all into his power chords, man. And I don't know. I haven't got the feel for getting the power chords right, man. I can shape them, but I can't get them to sound right, if you know what I mean. So I'm more of a one finger on fingers on a fret. But Lemmy, a hell of a bass player, brilliant. Barbaric Disdain, g'day, man. Hey, Paul, who needs the tech of Monday Night Football analysis when we have your safe to score expertise? Thank you very much, man. I mean, or if that professionalism, I know, man. Especially when I don't bring the stream up. Let me, hello again. If you followed Ange, you'll learn. Shut up when he makes a decision. Absolutely. I met Brisbane Roar supporters who were questioning why Ange had the audacity to drop even ex-Premier League players from his team immediately. I think was it Craig Moore or Lucas Neal or someone like that? Yeah, he had a big clear out. But Ange is Ange, man. No, whatever he says goes, man. Whatever he says goes. He feels football. He feels it. It's not just data analysis and not even just using your eyes. It's what you feel, which is why he knew the right times to make substitutions. I don't know how to put this in any words that don't make me sound like a new age hippie, but I'm a hippie. I don't know the new age bit. But a game of football has like a flow, like almost a spirit or an energy. And if you're sort of in the zen of that, you know what to do, He knows it. He feels it. He doesn't have to think it through too much. He just knows when the right things to happen. Cockney accent. It's a mixture of English and Australian now. But no, I never really had a real Cockney accent. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, by the way. I didn't have a posh accent either. Tour de France. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So I won't sing it anymore. I'll get a DMCA claim against me because it's pitch perfect. Van der Vu, Shamu, Paul. We have an absolute baller striker in our youth team. He's so good. Who's that? Who's that? Who we got? I know Irish Hotspur follows the youth a lot. I'm not big on it. I might start doing it actually because it sounds exciting. Cockney accent. I go Logo Santiago. Now you probably before I share the screen, I'll just see if I don't think Safer Score quite covers youth players. Hang on, was it? Is it Iago or Largo? Iago. Santi. No, not there. I wonder if Belief played. Yeah, I can't get much info on him, unfortunately. Hey, Welsh gal. G'day, Alison. Another member of the Hotspur hippie commune. Super chats, memberships are available. Thanks for your support, man. Evening, Paul. Greetings from Cardiff. Hello to members of the commune. Never know the names of these players people talk about. I'm old school. Listen to matches on the radio. No telly. Well, then you can imagine everything, can't you? And I used to, and I used to do that. I used to do that with, I remember listening to a lot of Ashes cricket on the radio. I still do that. But I haven't listened to a football game on the radio for quite some time now. Yeah, man, that takes me back. No telly. Well, you don't need a telly. Who needs a telly these days anyway, It's all rubbish. It's all buy something and renovate it, or who can make the best cake, or who's going to shag who on a desert island. It's just, it's not 3-2-1, is it? I hated that program as well, by the way. But it's like a program I love to hate. Winner takes all. Saturday night at the Palladium. St. Greavesy when you're talking football. Bobby K, g'day, man. Keep missing your streams, man. You're on while I'm asleep. Sure, you did another one the other day. Big up, Paul, and everyone in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. That's right, man. Mitoma. Is that who you what? Oh, I don't know, man. Mitoma. What? I'll type that in the sofa score and see if that comes up with anyone. Mitoma. I can't spell it, even though I've got a perfectly clear head. Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Mitoma. Right. Okay. Mitoma's the Japanese guy. Okay. That Ange missed out on. So I can't. Thanks, man. Steady sharp. Pipped him to the post. God. And beat him to the punch. Pipped him to the post. Beat him to the punch. Oh. It's so obvious now you put it like that, man. Shamu Van der Vu, maybe try looking at the history of Tottenham badge or something. I've done all that. All I've seen is it's a stylized fighting cockerel. That's as far as I've got, stylized. So, which is close to what you're pointing out, what people are pointing out here, though. Because I'll just come up with chickens. Look, our old badges, because we've probably got new fans in here. Even though the statue of the cockerel, the golden statue of the cockerel on the football. Hang on, what date does that go back to? I think it's the 1930s. Cockerel. It might even be earlier than that. Statue. Let's have a look. 1934. Oh no, hang on. Well, no, it was repaired in 1934. When was it made? That's not going to tell me, is it? Oh, wow. 1909. 1909 we first had kind of the statue that resembles our current day badge. 1909. Hang on. What? I've forgotten what I was talking about now. Oh yeah. The old badges. Yeah, our old badges. I don't know why we just went all Tottenham. We went all just standard chicken for quite a while. You would have thought they would just put the cockerel. Oh, what do I know? Here we go. You'll get the gist of that there. See? So that top left one, 1921 to 1951. Oh, let's line it up. Focus. See, we were standard chicken for a while. Look at that. In the 60s, we started straightening it up. It wasn't until, when was it? 1973 we started putting the bird on the ball, completely out of proportion to the statue. And now, well, I think the bird's a bit bigger than the one on the statue at the moment, but we got there in the end, you know. It's better than a big lion in a tiny castle, or a normal size, a normal size lion in a tiny castle, or a massive lion in a normal size castle. I know wind shaked. Mark Cavill, the spurs are the blades on the cockerel. Yeah, I know that, man. I've got that. That's easy. That's the bit I did. Well, sorry. Thanks for trying to help. I did know that bit. It's just the cockerel itself, man. It's just confusing me. So Shamu Vandervoo, Angels by Robbie Williams. And I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to listen to it. It's not music. Well, it is music, but not for my old brain. Captain Grandma, Johnson is likely to cost more than Madders. Welsh Gal, what other chat would you have a cockerel hunt? Hotspur Hippie is educational. Well, you know, it's Tottenham and tangents, man. I like to go down these little wormholes, and I'm glad the hunt from the cockerel for the cockerel is pretty close. I'd say that cockerel is pretty close. You know, that's about, it might well be as good as you get, and I'm happy with that, man, because I just wanted to see a cockerel without the thing and big fat and, you know, like a Bernard Matthews turkey. Beautiful. Shamu Vandervoo, did he say what kind of? Oh no, I didn't. Oh no. Oh, hang on. I didn't remember. I didn't look. Oh no, here we go. So this is. Oh, look at this! Look, that's almost it, isn't it? So that it's a modern game chicken. So was it Shamu or someone who said a game chicken? That was the word I was missing, man. Game, the game chicken bit. Look at that. Look at that. Brilliant. I might actually find a public domain picture of one of them and redo my logo at some point. You know, well, I quite like it where it is. It's simple, but I'm a bit worried about, you know, I don't want to step on trademarks and stuff like that. But look at that. It's made my day. Look at it. Brilliant. Modern game chicken. Hang on. Let me square the circle here for you. It's on poultrykeeper.com. Hang on. Let me you know, maybe this is just the start of the hunt. I'm happy with that being the end of the hunt, to be quite honest, because that's almost bang on. But I'll just stick it in the chat here. Hang on, I better mute my phone. I don't want to hear myself. So you can all go and enjoy it for yourselves. There we go. Modern game chickens. I can't tell you how pleased as punch that makes me to finally find something resembling our cockerel. Shamu Vandervoo, he's under 21. Okie dokie. Derek Smith, I'm with you, Shamu. The lad is something special, but do we need more? Oh, hang on. Sorry, he's under 21. So, who's playing in our under 21s then? Let me see. Tottenham Hotspur. Under 21s. Is Valise playing at the moment or not? What's going on? Under 21. I'll bring it up if I find something interesting, don't you worry. Oh, Bet365, bugger off. And now I've got an advert for. Oh no, this isn't Spurs' site. I wonder why. Where's Tottenham Hotspur's site? Under 21. Accept all cookies. All right, Tottenham, you can have my. Is Valise in this lineup? What's Valise doing these days? Or is he get? Okay, Yago Santiago, Spanish guy. Out on loan is Alfie Devine and Troy Parrott. So what's Valise doing then? Is he just hard in some, you know, quarry mine that they used to film Doctor Who in? Is he doing some hard training to get him ready for the first team squad? Because he's not in the under 21s line up here. I can see Yago Santiago there. Okay, but there's no. And have we got Ashley Phillips in here? We've got, or maybe these are just come through. Maybe this is just the academy. It's not who we've actually signed in. Under 21s. Okay, let's just do it like, okay, Tottenham Hotspur under 21 squad. It's just got under 21 academy players. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay. So defenders, Ashley Phillips is in there, and attackers, no, Valise is not in there. Okay, well maybe there's something brewing there. Like if Valise is, you know, only like half a year or something away from first team. Hey, I'll share this. I'll show this to you. Now, I mean, this is off a third-party site, so you know, questionable accuracy. I'll just have a look at the defenders. Have we got Dorrington in there? No, this is wrong, isn't it? Oh no, there he is, Alfie Dorrington. Pascozzi is good as well. Ashley Phillips is the new guy. Oh, piss off, Ten Hag. He ain't got it. And they're all going, oh, masterclass. We beat Nottingham Forest 3-2. Go and do one. So Ashley Phillips is in there as a defender. Okay. Prospect for the future. But attackers, this new guy we've signed, he's not there. Well, yeah, okay. They do mix the flags up. So what is Valise doing? You know? There's something happening, man. I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on here. I need to make a tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat. I reckon maybe do we need to sign a striker? Maybe we can ride Richarlison out for a bit more. Maybe use Son in the middle when we really have to, you know, as an option while we're still sharing the goals out. Maybe after Christmas we can have a Valise-shaped Christmas present and unwrap it. I mean, hopefully there's like breathing holes and shit in it, because that'd be awful. Maybe he's going to come in. Maybe he's going to start getting some game time. You know, I don't know if anyone's heard of a comedian called Limmy, Brian Limond. He does Twitch streaming, and a lot of his clips are on YouTube. But he's got a lot. If you search Limmy, Limmy 321, he does brilliant takedowns of it, because it's exactly what I thought. And he revealed, you know, when Ted Rogers used to do that, and he said no one could do it. Well, I remembered clearly at school, primary school, me and my mates trying to do that with each other. And even when we thought we got it right like that, but you do it quicker, so no, that's not right. That's not right. It doesn't look right. And Limmy showed that because he could do it, he did it frame by frame, that he never does that. He usually just, in slow motion, he just goes, and that's it. So it's a lie. Ted Rogers is a lie. It's all based on a lie, man. The amount of time, energy, brain power wasted in England over people trying to figure out how to do that. And even if you got it right, you wouldn't get it right because he was doing it wrong. Scandalous, man. Scandalous. Shamu Van der Vu. Those 2 goals he scored recently, especially when he went round the keeper, that was silky. Oh, you're all talking about a player I ain't seen. Milton O'Brega, morning, man. Hope you're well. Hi to everyone in the chat. Hope everyone has a great day and can't wait for the Fulham game. I know, man. It's less than 2 days away, man. It's 4:45 kickoff. I really love not sleeping all night. Brilliant. Thanks, Planet Earth, for being round. Why couldn't you be flat like the nutcases say? And we all have the same time at the same time. Mark Cavill, I think it's Henry Hotspur, the Earl of Northumberland, who owned land in North London. Oh yeah, well, yeah, the old there's a load of aristocracy, the Northumberlands. Aristocracy still owns an awful lot of England, by the way. You know, they're not a thing of the past. They own a substantial percentage of the country. It's ridiculous, but you know, it's Hotspur hippie, man. You know, you're not going to get me kissing any royal pinky, paying rent to them. You're all still paying rent to them. Anyway, there's the link for the modern game chicken photo that I found. Henry Percy, yes, man. Well, they used to have references to that when we went all. I haven't got the shirt with me, but when we went, we tried to go all flash with the make it a bit more heralderic on our badge. References to Northumberland and all that. Steady a shot, just need to take a blade to its leg. That's it, Chris. Go and grab one. Wow. Yeah. Didn't say that. But I mean, you could like get a paper one or something, just put it on its legs, you know, so it's, you know, friendly, and then take a picture of it. Put it off. Get one of them. Put like a cardboard spur on it, and then I suppose you might have to staple its feet to a football, to be fair, or glue it. Maybe like get some dissolvable resin that's family, and then that'd be awesome. Awesome. We do have these big wild birds near where I live called bush turkeys. They're big buggers as well. They'd be great with a plate of chips, and they'd look good on a football. Yeah, don't say I'm cruel. Newcastle's the one that's doing foot binding on a lion. Shamu van der Voort. Ashley Phillips has had minutes for the reserves. Okay. But Valise hasn't. Why is that? Is he destined for better things? Different weights of chickens like bantamweight. Yeah. Mark Cavill, that's right, man. David Calvino, or David Calvino. G'day, man. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Big up, everyone. When you getting Jacob on? I've just seen Robbie Williams singing He's Loving Ange instead. I can't stop laughing. I think I'm getting it as his ringtone. Yeah, no, I'm not going to let it get in my head, man. Yeah, no, I have Jacob on from time to time. At any time he pops into the chat, he's always more than welcome. I'm coming more to a close if he pops up now. But really, the reason I'm on Jacob's channel is he's got more subscribers than me. You know how this YouTube like works, don't you? You just milk the people higher than you. So as soon as I get one more subscriber than Jacob, that's it. No more me going on Jacob. That's what I keep telling him. But then, of course, I'll be ahead of him. And then he'll be coming onto my channel. So we'll be doing that. But I do enjoy streaming with Jacob. I do have fun. Good channel. It's one of my favourites. United Spurs of America. America's #1 channel. Derek Smith. I think Belief is just being acclimatised to life in England at the moment. Oh, it's taken a while, isn't it? You can kick the ball around. Don't even get all fat and lazy. Special K, Robbie Williams. Now we're winning the league. Special K. What is that? Another thing I don't know. No, if I look up Special K, it's just going to come up with a breakfast cereal. Oh no! All right, let me have a look here. Let me have a look. Let's educate myself on the 21st century. What do you call it? Music. Okay. What's this then? Oh, it's placebo. What? Huh? Yeah, not convinced about that one. I'll stick with Stevie Wonder Innovisions at the moment. I'm really enjoying listening to it. Matero, awesome. Hi guys, hello. Derek Smith, he's training with the first team, but okay. But as Postecoglou said, don't expect to see him for the first half of the season. That's right, man. That's what I'm thinking after Christmas. It's going to be very much an adaptation for 4 months. Oh, well, so if he's training with the first team, that's cool, man. That's great. David Calvini, you take Ted Rogers out of your mouth. I grew up on Dusty Bin. I know, but it was a program I loved to hate. And my mum and dad loved to hate it as well. Because my mum, right, she was a real whiz at cryptic crosswords. Clues on that program were atrocious. And the sketches were rubbish. It was just rubbish. It was terrible. And the prizes were cack. But you know, go and what Limmy 321 is what you want to search for, man, because it's hilarious, brilliant. He's done quite a lot of them, and he always peak. He tries to peak 321 era, not when it got to the late 80s and they started, you know, cutting the budget and it all got a bit shabby. But peak pomp 321. Jay Pearson 568. Hello, Paul. That's disgraceful of Ted Rogers. Lol. You should throw himself in the dusty bin. He's sadly not with us anymore. So I don't want to badmouth him too much, but he was fibbing about that. Oh, Cavill, can I go to the offie? You sure can, man. Anytime you want. Let me. That's it. Ange has so much momentum. Levy won't dare deny him whatever Ange requests. And I'm okay. Someone else has got this point of view as well, man. Good, because this is what I reckon as well. It might be just two of us at the moment, but he's a force of nature, man. He's just, and not in a crappy, aggro, aggressive, angry, domineering sort of way. It just makes sense. You can't deny the guy. So I agree, Lemmy. No worries. Exactly. Derek Smith, 1921 FA Cup winning team. Yes, come on, you Spurs, the greatest football team the world has ever seen. Wore the cockerel on the shirt for the first time. Okay, it's on the official Tottenham website. Okay, there you go. Big up this Belief. I'm going to continue to say Belief. Acclimatising to life in England mean getting used to crap weather and eating crap food from Greggs. Is that what it's come down to? So Greggs wasn't even a thing when I was over there. There's the food chain. See, the food chain was starting to go on the wane with mad cow disease in the late 80s there, which is why I can't even give. I used to be a blood donor in England. I'm not allowed to give blood in Australia because if you ate beef or meat prior to 1987 in England, you're not allowed to. Maybe they've changed the rule on that, but last time I looked, it's still the case. So that was the start of the. So we've gone from mad cow disease, the dotted line, and we're down at Greggs now, which I kind of know what Greggs is. Derek Calvin, it's just my nickname for Bobby K. Gotcha. Right, okay. Derek Smith, I used to like the golden shot and call my bluff. But did it work? I remember call my bluff. Twee. Frank Muir and what's his name? Wasn't Robbie Robertson? Clive Robertson? Robert Robinson. But the golden shot was a little bit before my time. I don't know if that was Hughie Green or someone like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're going off on one here. We're getting away from Tottenham. I can tell. I can feel it. And just to re-emphasise that one, Welsh Cow, member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune, channel member. You don't get much for membership, except my best wishes. You always get my best wishes for supporting the channel. My favourite moment tonight was Paul shouting, "It's a bloody chicken, Hotspur Hippie. You're a class." I bet you good night. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining us again. Over from Wenzel's, really. Is that another something I don't know? Greg sells suspiciously cheap sausage rolls. Oh, are we talking Soylent Green? Have we got to that stage yet? We're doing Soylent Green. There are people. Arthur Marshall. Bloody hell! I forgot the other guy. Arthur Marshall. What a cuddly old teddy bear that guy was. See, that was proper TV. That was a proper panel show where you kind of learn stupid words. Whereas now it's I just don't like the panel shows, man. We're starting to get them. Well, we have a couple here, but I've seen the ones that are from over from England. They're all the same. It's all the same people just on the carousel, and it's just it's cheap crap entertainment. Oh my lord, you're going to test me on this one. It's a message for Welsh Girl, so it's a patch on, but I don't have to read it. Idich. No, Idich. He. Is it? No, it's not, is it? Idich. Chi. Gachli. Sirad. Cymreg. Where do you live in Wales? I'm going to say. I'm going to say that's where do you live in Wales? Come on, man. Come on. Give me some points. Jay Pearson 568. You know what? I've got an affection for Wales because, like, when I was a teenager, late teenager, obviously over drinking age, there used to be a great program called Pob's Program from S4C, which was totally weird, and it was really good hangover fodder on Channel 4. Greg's has basically replaced Wenzel's. Oh, you see, okay, well, Wenzel's, so you got mad cow disease, Wenzel's, Greg's. What's going to be the next one? I went to Greg's for the first time in my life about 3 months ago. Now I'm addicted to their sausage rolls. Yeah, it's that secret Soylent Green, man. I'm telling you, Soylent Green. Not Welsh girl. David Calvino. Now Larry David is having a go at Greg's. Larry David. Oh, that's the American guy, isn't it? My whole childhood is being demolished. Larry David, is that right? If someone slags off Percy Ingle corned beef roll with Branston, I'll be in tears. What about a good old Frey Bentos? Frey Bentos. I'll tell you what, I'll show you a man of the people who likes his Frey Bentos pies because he keeps one on him at all times. Let me try and find it. Man of the people. Man of the people. Where is it? Here he is. Open image in new tab. Here he is. Man of the people. Always, if ever he wants to snack, he's ready with his Frey Bentos pie. See if you can guess where he keeps it. There you go. There you go. Where does he keep his pie? What do you reckon? Man of the people. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, Jim Bowen, man. Bullseye, I used to love watching that. That was quality tat. You know, at least there was some thought behind it. General knowledge questions, you know. It was great. I could do a whole thing on Bullseye, but it's been done to death, man, you know. I don't want to be a hack. Derek Smith Golden Shot was Bob Monkhouse. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Bob among others. Great Welsh skills, mate. Some of the pronunciations are close. Yeah, I appreciate you humouring me, man. Oh, Lemmy, who came on and said my Greek pronunciation was terrible. You know? All right, that's how you do it, Lemmy. You see, it was close, which means shit. But thank you. Oh, I was wrong, man. Can you speak Welsh? Because I saw the Cymraeg. That means Welsh. All right, gotcha. Okay, see, bit by bit, one word every few years, and I'll never be fluent. Nothing in this game for two in a bed. That's right. I used to like. Was it? I'm the leader of the pack, which makes me such a lucky jack. Here they are. They're so appealing. Cowadollies, do your dealing. S4C hype. Yeah, well, there wasn't much like. I'm just trying to think. There was it's probably some sort of quota that they had on Channel 4 instead of just having it as a separate channel with full of stuff. I don't know, but we used to get Pob's program. Did we get any other Welsh programs? I'm trying to think. But Pob, Pub was cool because it was kind of, it was a bit of a cheat, you know. That was a bit of a cheat by S4C, because even though it was like Welsh language, Pop didn't speak any language. He just used to gob on the screen. It was a hand puppet, and he actually, I'm serious. You remember, this is serious. He used to gob on the screen. He used to go, and the screen would mist up. He'd go, and then he'd draw shit in it. So it was kind of part of maybe Channel 4's Welsh language quota in England, but it kind of got around the rules, you know. Adrian Lawrence, TV used to have personalities like Robert Robinson, Frank Muir, Al, who had a hinterland. Who had a hinterland? Well, Frank Muir had a hinterland. I know he used to advertise Cadbury's Fruit and Nut. Rob Patterson, loving the Welsh chat. Great having representation. Oh, you know, don't hurt, does it? I'm a citizen of the world, man, you know. My nationality's all over the place. Simon Brown, great t-shirt. No, this one, Bondi Cigars. Yeah, man. Bondi Cigars. Cool group. Very cool group. Seen them loads of times. I'm kind of a mate with their bass player, a guy called Al Britton. And if you're ever in Sydney and you want something to do on a Tuesday night, they play at the Dock in Redfern. Not the Bondi Cigars, but Al plays with some other players, and it's really, really good night. Al's helped me play with playing the bass, give me some real good tips and stuff. He's a really good bass player, really cool guy. That's what I find, you know, the musicians I've bumped into that, you know, I think have got it. They're always so cool, so cool. Afraid Bentos is a place in America. No, you're pulling my leg. What? No way. Oh, no, it is a city. Hang on, what? It's a city in Uruguay? Wow. Okay, man, this is why I do this stream. I've learned two things. A game chicken is our cockerel, or a game cockerel. Fray Bentos is a place in Uruguay. Don't tell Jacob Rees-Mogg. He'll change brands. He'll stop wearing that stupid tall hat. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Fray Bentos. Well, let me just, you know, if it's a place in Uruguay, let me make sure it's not a place in the United States. I'm not seeing it for the United States, but I didn't know it was a bloody place name. Wow. Thanks, Mark. Captain Grandma, a member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Super chats are available if you want to chip in. Thanks for the support, Captain Grandma. Currently, the best comedy panel show is probably the long-running I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Which, yeah, well, the radio ones are different, man. I'll give you, yeah, that's total different world, because they usually have quality people on that. Mornington Crescent, you know, but TV, you can do better TV. Come on. Adrian Lawrence, I think Cumbria means land of the Welsh. You know, I'm not even going to Google that. I'm just going to assume it's true, because I like a bit of mystery in my life sometimes. That Brucey is pretty good. This channel is as mad as me. Well, you know, you might as well, eh? Are we going to talk about Tottenham now? Oh, here we go. No. Paul, what's your thoughts on Mark Chopper Reed, if you know? I don't know him personally. Look, he's charismatic. But just because you're charismatic and you might get on with someone doesn't mean they're, for want of a better word, evil. You know, and I'm seeing this with I'm seeing this. There's a few YouTube channels that I've bumped into, and it's like, you know, ex-mafia people that are now have seen the light and they're using their channel for good. But all they, you know, those days are behind me. But all they bloody talk about is when they were in the mafia, the Cosa Nostra, and answering questions about the mafia, and then they sort of say, oh yeah, but you know, that was wrong, and I found God. They even have their names in the same fonts as like the Godfather font, just to really drum it home. I was in the mafia. You'd think, you know, and to me that is cashing in on stuff you know, shady stuff. Although I suppose if I had a choice, I'd prefer organised crime to petty crime. You know, they still capitalise on things like murder and stuff like that. You know, I know it's all their own, but murder's still murder. It's a sin. Put it that way. South America, Uruguay. There we go. Is that what you? Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. Right, Mark. No, Mark, you were right. South America. You said South America, man. Sorry, dude. Right. Okay. See, this is what Western world media does to you. I just was programmed to see America, completely ignore the S, and just go United States. What an idiot. Well, at least that's a little bit of programming gone from my brain. That's good. Jay Pearson, comedy is a dying art. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Too many people get offended. I'd say for a different reason, man. I just find comedy to just be based on, it's either based on cringe or what's the most outrageous thing I can say. And I don't find either of them funny. It's not really a question of being offended. You know, people are trying to be either edgy. It's like edgy humor, like on the Ricky Gervais kind of side, I suppose. I don't find his stand-up very funny or any of that. I don't find him very funny. I found The Office funny, but I don't find him very funny or likable. And on the other side, you've got that sort of cringy humor. I'm trying to think of something like, I haven't watched much of it, but I think the things like The Big Bang Theory have got like, oh, you know, oh, my bad, all that sort of shit. There's no, you know, silly, funny stuff. Just dumb. Like Father Ted. Father Ted was brilliant. You know, Black Books, Laurel and Hardy, you know, On the Buses at its moments. Derek Smith, Campbell Soup Company manufactures and sells Fray Bentos branded steak and kidney pies in Australia. You know what? I saw for the first time, and I was so tempted to get one before my brain remembered that they are god awful. I saw Fray Bentos in Lithgow of all places. Lithgow, which is a place in New South Wales, just sort of in the Blue Mountains region, sort of past the Blue Mountains there, sort of in the Blue Mountains. And I'll tell you what, it's a town, like a country town, but it has everything. Everything. I could quite easily, if I become a YouTube millionaire someday, and I don't have to drive around for a living, I would move there, man, because like, I was there with a mate. Like, you go to the medical centre, you get seen straight away. You can get an X-ray straight away, all free. In the Aldi supermarket, there's a little British section, and it was in the British section I saw a stack of Fray Bentos pies. They had dolly mixtures. It was like incredible. Lithgow's got everything, man. It's cold in the winter, but there's nice scenery around there. I'd live there. I'd definitely live there. Young Ones, yeah, man, that was a bit of a game changer. I remember that when it came out. Jay Pearson, I mean, sitcoms like Only Fools, etc., would never get aired today. You know, I don't know about it. No, PC. I think there's enough wiggle room to be funny in the world, you know. But it's just not being done. My mum always used to buy a large tin of ye old oat ham for Christmas. Oh God. Oh. Well, I don't eat that. I don't eat that anymore. So I couldn't stand the jelly. The jelly around. Oh. It's just great big lumps, that clear, gelatinous. It's like eating frozen phlegm, wouldn't it? Lemmy. Gervais trying to be a serious character is cringe. Yeah. Black Books and Only Fools and Horses, best comedies ever. Yeah, man. Yeah. But I remember I liked watching Only Fools and Horses when I was in England. I don't know if I'd find that funny now. Maybe I would. But Black Books, yeah, it's great. Let's hope it doesn't hit 37 degrees and we go all Dave. All right, folks. Well, I'm nearly at the end of the chat just as Ben walks in the building. The Mighty Spurs are watching it marching on, man. But I'm not because I've been going for 2 hours, man. But thanks for popping in. Thanks for look, that was a real fun stream, man. Thanks to everyone for, everyone just lying at home watching. Maybe you're in bed trying to go to sleep. Maybe you're asleep. That's cool. Or maybe you're just getting up in the day. Maybe you're driving in the car or whatever. I don't know where. It's weird to think of where people are listening to all this. Lemmy was listening to what walking a dog. I never would have expected that. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, Lemmy. That was fun chatting to you anytime, man. Thanks to everyone in the chat as well. And if anyone wants to click like and subscribe, that's cool. Helps the channel. If anyone wants to be a member, like I say, you don't get anything for it except for my best wishes. But just being here and watching and being part of this, I've had a lot of fun today, man. A lot of fun. So yeah, I'll be back again soon. Just gonna find where the video is. Here we go. There we go. All right, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. Okay. So until next time, I don't know if I'll be doing a video today. You know what? I think I might be doing a video today. I might be doing a video today out and about. Might be talking about the cockerel and the big lion in a tiny castle, maybe something like that. I don't know. But I'll be out standing in front of a tree. Whenever I do that in the thumbnail, thousands of people. It gets sent out. I don't know why. It gets sent out thousands of people. So that's cool. Anyway, until next time, let's just get Ben's comment off the screen here. And then we go, see, I've grown every time I've got to click this stupid shit. Anyway, till next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.